Assalamu alaikum students. Today we have to start third chapter, that is about the elements and compound. Our first topic is what is an element. Element mean the substances that can't be broken down. Here you can see the model of water. Model of water is showing that it consists of the one red ball and two white ball. Red ball is showing oxygen atom and two white balls are showing hydrogen atom. When we chemically observe the model of water, it consists of the two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. So the first is the definition of the element. An element is a substance which cannot be broken down. Element उस चीज़ को कहा जाता है that we can't be broken down into simpler substances. के मज़ीद हम इसको स्मॉलर सब्सटेंसेस में नहीं ब्रेक डाउन कर सकते बाय एनी केमिकल रिएक्शन. विद एनी केमिकल रिएक्शन हम कोई भी केमिकल रिएक्शन को अप्लाई करके हम एलिमेंट को तोड़ नहीं सकते. The next question is water element? Give example. Explanation. Before this I want to tell some history. In past people thought that water is an element, but with the passage of time they do the lot of experiment and prove that water is not an element. Here you can see the diagram of electrolysis. इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस मीन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस जिसमें हम इलेक्ट्रिक करंट की हेल्प से वाटर को ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं. एंड वाटर व्हेन वाटर इज broken down, it change into the convert into the oxygen gas and hydrogen gas. It mean water is broken down into oxygen and hydrogen. So before this people thought that water is an element, but when they observed that water can be broken down into simpler substances by passing the electric current through it in a chemical process called electrolysis, thus water is not an element. With the passage of time, scientists and people believed that water is not an element, water is a compound. Here is a concept of the different Greek and Chinese about the elements. Early Greek thought that there are the only four elements: air, earth, fire and water. And Chinese thought that there are only five: gold, wood, water, fire and earth. In this paragraph, you will learn that elements are the basic building block of all matter, including living and non-living things. And this line you will learn for the objective. There are only 116 elements, 92 are natural and rest are man-made. The next is the chemical symbol. Chemical symbol are the word, a symbol that we use to represent element. Here I have given you you have to learn this table. Here you can see the name of the elements and chemical symbols. Aluminium. Aluminium is the element that we represent with Al. First letter is capital and the other is small. Calcium, Ca. Carbon, C. Chlorine, Cl. Cobalt, Co. Copper, Cu. Helium, He. Hydrogen, H. Iodine, I. Iron, Fe. Magnesium, Mg. Nitrogen, N. Oxygen, O. Sodium, Na. Sulfur, S. Silver, Ag. Tungsten, W. Zinc, Zn. After this, the topic is how do we classify the elements. We have a lot of elements. How do we classify the elements? We classify the element on the basis of their properties. Here, elements are divided into the two groups on the basis of their properties. One is called the metal and other are called the non-metal. Look at the metal. You can see the aluminium, copper, silver, gold. Here they have given us some characteristics, some properties of the metals. Shiny appearance. You can see gold very shiny, silver, copper, all these metals are very shiny. And high density mean to say they have some weight, heavy. High melting and boiling point, they can melt at very high temperature and take very high temperature to boil. Good conductor of heat and electricity, when we pass electricity, they are very good conductor, the current can easily pass through them. Good ductile mean can be drawn into wires, we can make wires. Copper is very good conductor and used in electric wires. Malleable can be beaten into shapes, we can beat these metals and can make anything. For example, we make jewelry from the gold. Silver is also used in jewelry. Copper is used to make electric wires. All these can be beaten into the different shapes. The next is the non-metals. You can see the general properties of the non-metals. The first is dull in appearance. They are not attractive. Dull in appearance mean not shiny. Low density. They have low weight. Low density mean that they are not as much heavy as metals. Low melting and boiling point. It take very low temperature to melt and boil. Poor conductor of heat and electricity. For example, you can't pass electric current from carbon is and can't pass heat and electric current through bromine, sulfur. All they are the very poor heat and electricity conductors. Non-ductile, we can't be beat into wires, we can't make the wires. Non-malleable, we can't be make different shapes with the non-metals. The next topic is the uses of the elements. Here we will learn about the uses of the element. Elements have many uses and application in our daily life. First is the helium. Helium is very important element and it is in the form of gas and very light and inert gas. Inert gas mean inactive gas, and it is used to fill airships and balloons. The second element is copper. Copper is ductile and very good conductor of electricity, we use in electric wires. And in scuba diving, scuba divers use oxygen tank, and oxygen is element that is used to fill the tank and used for respiration. And mercury thermometer contain mercury. Mercury is an element that is used in thermometer for measuring temperature. Nitrogen gas is used as a cooling agent. And aluminium foil we use in our daily life for the foiling, for the covering of the things. And gold coins, they are made up of the gold element. All these are the uses of the elements.